Yeah. Thank you. My bad.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah. Can you hear us now? Good. Sherm broke the audio. Yeah, just starting with Sherm early, huh, man? You know what I mean? But yeah, sorry about that. Let me zoom.
Okay, yeah.
Make it bigger for you. Is that better?
Yeah.
That's
Cool. Way better.
My bad. Sorry about the sound. You know, we're so excited to get started. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah,
What
man.
up, Wendy?
Peace. So, hey, everybody, welcome to Substantial Sundays. If it's your first time watching, we appreciate you for tuning in. My name is Substantial. This is my brother, Sherm The Barber. You know what I mean? And, yeah, make sure you say peace. Let us know where you're tuning in from. If it's your first time watching, let us know. And, what else? Oh, yeah. Make sure you share the link and hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can go ahead and be notified whenever we're live in the future. All right? So, Sherm, how was the weekend, son?
It was great, man.
Yeah?
It was great. I had a really dope moment today.
Okay.
So one of my clients had hit me up a few weeks ago saying his grandfather needed a haircut. His grandfather is kind of on hospice or whatever, like a cancer patient, like, and you know, not on the positive side of cancer.
Right.
So he sent me pictures like, yeah, my grandpa needs a haircut real bad. He looks a little worse than this now because this was a few weeks ago. So, like, it was heavy on my heart because I don't necessarily like traveling, but something was kind of convicting me. And, like, I kept battling with it. I'm like, because I want to just be like, you know what, nah, I can't do it.
Right.
But something just kept saying, nah, man, this one you should do. Because the dude, the client that I was doing it for, like, he's more of a friend than he is a client now. Real good dude.
Right.
So I agreed to it. So 8 o'clock this morning, I go down there and, you know, I walk in the crib. They live in D.C. I walk in the crib, you know, greet his grandmother and grandfather. And, you know, his grandfather's just kind of like, you know, he's like anybody that's laid up in the bed all day, every day. He's kind of lethargic, you know, he's talking, but, you know, it's no smile. It's just like, yeah, I'm in this bed all the time. So, you know, I'm not going to not talk to you, but I'm not the happy, you know, I don't have the happiest, not displacement, whatever the word is for, happiest demeanor.
Yeah.
So, you know, I start cutting his hair and, you know, we talking. And at one point, a piece of hair falls on his arm. Man, it was the funniest thing ever. We all started laughing. Like, he jumped like you would have thought it was the biggest bug in the world on his arm. So we jumped. He's like, yeah, y'all got one on me. So he's starting to open up.
Right.
And he's like, you know, I really appreciate this. So get to the end of the haircut, show him the mirror. I'm talking about this man's face. Like, I couldn't even recognize him. He was so overjoyed. Like, it was one of the greatest feelings I have had as a barber, man.
Wow.
Like, and you know, I couldn't even give him my best work, but it was, you know, I did a good job on him, but it was enough just him getting a haircut, because he said a couple of folks were supposed to come over and do it and they flaked out on him.
Yeah.
And my homeboy Aaron was telling me, he's like, you know, people aren't coming through as much to check on him and everything, because you know how it goes, man.
Yeah.
You get knocked down, you really start to see who your true friends and real family are. Right. So I'm talking about, this man was so overjoyed. Like I was doing God's work. And it was crazy because another reason I was going to cancel is because Olu was going to Sunday school today. This was his first time going to Sunday school, so I was going to go and, you know, just be present so he could see, like, this is something that Daddy can do as well.
Right.
So I was going to cancel, but I'm like, nah, something was convicting me. Like, no, you need to go do this.
Right.
You need to do this. And like, as I'm doing it, like, as I'm cutting this hair, I'm like, yo, this is why I didn't need to go to church, because I'm doing God's work right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is like, you know, you can go to church or you can do the work. And it was like, nah, the reason why you don't need to go to church today is because I have, like, God had something for me to do. Like, you need to go over here and make this man's day better. And actually his overall,
Right.
well-being was better, because, you know, that shit, it connects to everything. Like, so yeah, man. So that was the highlight of my weekend, cutting this old man's hair, man. It was awesome, man. He wouldn't even tell me his name. I was like, so what is your name? Like, all I know is Granddad. He's like, yeah, I'm Granddad.
Wow.
So that's Granddad.
That's
man.
all you need to know.
That's all,
man.
That's it. Granddad.
Right.
I'm Granddad. Yeah. So
dope,
that was the highlight of my weekend, man.
That's dope, man. That's dope. Yeah, man. Hey, so I was bigging you up a lot too when we were was at one of the shows. Actually, I was man, I forgot how you came up in conversation, but someone said something about Substantial Sundays, and then when I was telling the crowd about Substantial Sundays, I was saying, I was mentioning you, and then, like, I don't know how the conversation progressed, but I started talking about, like, black people and barbers, right? And, like, and what, like, the barber means in the black community versus what it means in other communities. And honestly, I can't really speak to what it means in other communities because, like, I just don't know. I'm black, so, like, I know what it is now. But I do know that, like, I feel like our community is a bit more vocal about the relationship, like, of the barbershop or the hair salon in our community versus some others. And in terms of what it means. And so I was talking to them, I was joking with the crowd. I was like, man, I've been going to the same brother for, like, forever. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, you won't find stronger loyalty than a black man and his barber. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, man, that's dope. Like, I feel like that story or whatever kind of speaks to that. You know what I mean?
Because of the fact this man has cancer.
Yeah.
And just getting a haircut added to his existence. It's just a haircut. A haircut and some and good conversation. And, you know, because we didn't talk at all about his ailments.
Right.
I'm going to talk about that for. We talked about what was on the news. We talked about all these crazy mass shootings in the past few days.
We're gonna touch on that in a second.
But yeah, it was a dope experience, man. And that's awesome, man. I'm being mentioned at shows.
Yeah,
I'm fucking famous.
Yeah, man. Look, every event I've done, every event I've done this year, like, people bring up Substantial Sundays. Every time I've gone out and they're like, yo, people watching, man. Like, you know, and like, yeah, we only get a certain amount of people who watch when we're live, but a decent amount go back watch it after the fact.
And then we get the same people over
and over.
Yeah,
you know, so man, so first of all, shout out to y'all, you know what I mean? Like, for tuning in, like, week in and week out to watch the show. We definitely appreciate it and stuff, man. Like, it means a lot, you know what I mean? Because otherwise, we're just talking to our damn selves. Although we do have great conversations outside of talking with y'all, which we're going to pick up some of those conversations after. But yo, real quick, we got another newbie.
Ailey or Ali?
Welcome.
How to pronounce
you know what I'm saying? Welcome, you know? But yo, so real quick, so something that's been on my heart that I definitely wanted to speak to, like, you brought up the mass shootings, man. So real quick, I just wanted to say this, right? Because I was talking to the missus about it, and sometimes, like, I think, you know, especially being a dude that makes, like, a certain type of music and being looked at as, like, a conscious artist or a positive artist, you know, you feel sometimes, like, pressure to always have something to say about everything that happens in the world, because you know that people look to you as kind of like a voice that they trust, you know what I mean? And so, like, in the last year or so, I really stepped back from posting as much about everything that happens, you know what I mean? And it's not that I'm not aware, because I'm absolutely aware of it. But, you know, what I said to my wife, you know, I was like, you sometimes hit a point where you realize, I'm like, yo, like, what is it that I have to say about this thing that's happening that's really adding to the conversation? Number one, right? What am I going to say that's actually an original idea that has not been stated a million times before by other people who care about what's happening, right? Like, and then the last thing is like, yo, I'm just talking, right? That's all I'm doing. Like, I'm like, no matter how profound what I say is, it's still just talk unless there's no action, you know, behind what I'm doing. So like, I guess I say all that to say, I think like the biggest way that we all can make a difference, right, is ultimately in how we live, right? Because ultimately the people who have the direct power or whatever to change certain laws and this, that, and the third, and obviously we have the ability to kind of vote them in or out. So, you know, those are my folks who aren't educated voters who really need to be. Like, you know, it's like, yo, there's certain people who are in place right now who keep these laws the way they are, and they listen to these lobbyists or whatever, and they keep things business as usual and won't change a goddamn thing every time somebody gets shot, like, because they don't really care as long as their pockets are bad. So I challenge everybody to this. Number one, it's not so much about like being actively posting all the time, every time these things are happening. If you feel like something's on your heart and you feel compelled to say something, say something. But just make sure after you finish talking that you actually have a plan of action, right? Mm-hmm. Like what you're going to actually do. You know what I mean? And so I guess the reason why I don't post as much, because my plan of action doesn't really change day in and day out when these things happen, because I acknowledge the fact that we live in a world where this is the norm. So I do certain things publicly with my family, and we have a certain plan of action in case certain things happen publicly. Then we have a certain plan of action in terms of who we vote for and support. And then like I have a plan of action in terms of what type of music I make and what type of example I want to be day in and day out to my community, and how I want to lead, like how I lead quietly, right? Like how I lead not just, you know, by talking, because you see far more than you hear. Right? And so like I just try to be a certain example day in and day out. You know what I mean? Whether it's in terms of the type of man I am, type of husband I am, type of father I am, type of man I am in my community. And so I challenge everybody to do the same, right? Like these things, they are things that are not normal, that has become the norm in our country, right? And has been the norm for like centuries, right? Because this isn't a new thing. This, like, we make it seem like it's a new thing, but this is not a new thing. If you read enough history books, you know that. And so that's why, like, unfortunately, I should be shocked, but I'm not. Because certain things in our country, it's just status quo. You know what I mean? And like, and we can talk until we're blue in the face, but until you're actually going to be active, right, and actually do something, right, and understand that, like, yeah, sometimes that action is just voting, right, and it's not about voting for president. It's about voting, like, in local government,
yep.
Right? Like, you know, you
those
can get...
are the most important ones.
Those are the most important ones, right? Like, because those dudes help empower the person who's in office, right? And those people make decisions on a local level day in and day out. And 9 times out of 10, they're easier to reach and easier to get in touch with. So I just challenge everybody to, you know, just be more active, man. A lot less talk and be more active.
See Wendy's comment? No, brother, not at all, man.
Let me see. Which one? The one at the bottom?
Yeah.
It sucks because the stuff happens so often that I feel numb to it. Does that make me a bad person? No, absolutely not, Wendy. Like, you are like most of us, right? You become desensitized because you see it so much, right? And that's why, like,
when you got 251 mass shootings and it's only been 260 days in the year so far. I mean, it's
you've had 2 in 20. There were 2 in a 24 hours, less than a 24
hours,
right? And so, you know, it's easy to become desensitized to it, right? Like,
and that's what America does through media. That's a thing in America, to desensitize people, because you can sell more shit if people don't care about stuff. You can have TV shows where, you know, like you can see through just regular TV, like things have changed over the years, and it's because we're being desensitized. Like, they're playing stuff for us so much that after a while we don't care. Like, I saw a movie with a dude getting his head bashed in with a fire extinguisher, and it was just like, oh wow, that's gory. But when it should have been like, oh my God, turn this off, this is crazy.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's just what happens in America. I don't know about other countries because, you know, I only live in America. I've only been in America. So, yeah, I know that's something we do, but I don't know about other countries.
Yeah. So again, man, just, you know, I say to everybody, like, you know, just try to, my brother, you know, my brother Coke or whatever say all the time, my brother Coke, just, you know, the whole, I mean, it's an old saying or whatever, like, less talk, more walk, right? Like, you know, just be more active, man. And being more active doesn't always mean more doesn't always mean being more vocal, right? And you should absolutely speak on the bad things you see and address it, because in some instances, speaking up is like the most active thing you can do in a situation. So there's a time and place for it. But for me, like social, like with the social media thing, like just me posting about it all the time. Like, I mean, that's the reason why I follow, like, you know, people like Sean King and a long list of other folks who I feel like are brilliant voices who have, like, he doesn't just post about stuff. Like, the brother has a plan of action with almost every post he puts up. Well, and so I think, go ahead.
You got a plan of action, man.
I do.
Your music is your action. That is your offering to the struggle. Like, you know, you can't, like, everybody can't be out there going to government buildings and things like that, sitting on government buildings. Like, you're empowering the people. Right. So you're doing your part, man. Like, if you look at the people. So the people that follow you, I would say that there's a very high likelihood that most of the people that follow you are not going to do violent things. Right. And when that is a part of your foundation, when positive music is a part of your foundation, that actually starts to, you know, it affects your psyche, the things that you listen to. So, like, the way that people follow your music, you're definitely affecting people's lives. So yeah, I should feel like I don't do anything. I don't rap. I don't do any. Well, I cut hair, so I guess I could say I'm contributing a bit.
Yeah, because look, I mean, obviously what you did contributed heavily to that brother's life. I think ultimately what we need to be, like everybody needs to be doing, is in some way, shape, or form, there's something that you should be doing in your life, if not daily, at least once a week, that enriches someone else's lives, or somebody else's life other than yours.
A lot more than you think.
Yeah,
there's a lot more.
You don't know how many people you've indirectly saved because you did something nice for someone other than yourself. So, you know, like, it's just opportunities, man.
That part, Joshua McGee's comment. Yeah, I saw that same documentary.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bob Marley, after getting shot, was asked how/why is he performing the next day. He responded, because the people who are trying to make the world worse aren't taking a day off. How could I?
That part.
Man, that is my favorite Bob Marley quote. Yeah. And I say that joint all the time to people, man.
What up, Jazz?
Hey, peace, Jazz. What's going on? Hey, Jazz, what was it? Shoot me a message, because I want to start conversations with you about the music stuff. But it's just some stuff we got to discuss before we get started. But I absolutely plan on following through on the stuff that was mentioned before. All right? Yes.
So before we go too far, I have an unfortunate announcement.
Oh, yeah.
What is this RIP stuff? Somebody said RIP.
Talking about, they were talking about Ross G. Rest in peace to him. We'll talk about it on camera, because I don't want to interrupt what you're doing. And also, I think he was saying rest in peace to Bob Marley as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but go ahead.
So, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be joining Substantial Sundays at the same capacity that you see me in, as you know, as far as being mostly every week. Been having some issues with my little guy, and he's been expressing through his actions that he needs my
full attention.
Full attention, yes. He really needs my full attention. So I'm going to be taking Sundays, and I'm going to be doing things like showing him how to ride his bike and helping him learn to tie his shoes, and just things that I haven't taken enough time to do, because I thought unfortunately, I thought I was doing enough, but this week showed me that I might not be doing enough. So I'm going to be doing this once a month now, and hopefully, Lord willing, y'all keep it in prayer. when the school year starts, hopefully my man gets it together, and when the school year starts, I can start coming back and doing it every Sunday. But yeah, so for right now, it's just going to be one Sunday a month. So you'll see me today, and you won't see me again until September, the first Sunday in September. So yeah, it sucks. It really sucks because I was going to call you yesterday, but I didn't want to talk about it. Yeah. I'm just like, I don't even want to have this conversation.
I can tell from your response on the text when Cash said he wasn't going to be able to make it. I kind of got like a feeling from your text. I was like, something's going on there. You know what I mean?
Because I wasn't very direct. Like, I was trying to be, but it was like, it's funny how that should have worked, man. Like things on your mind, like it'll completely derail your regular self. So things that you would normally do, it'll take that right out of this. So people that you really love and that really know you, they'll be like,
something's up there.
Something ain't right, but I'll let him talk about it.
Right. Yeah, man. But that's understandable, dude. Like, somebody just said it in the comment. What I was just thinking, they were just saying, that's great that you realize that. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times people just, it'll be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, nah, like it ain't gonna figure itself out. You know what I mean? It's dope that you stepping up. And shout out.
It's just good I have good like brothers around me, like so that I could actually take that information when it was given to me. Like, it wasn't like, whatever, man, I'm doing enough. Like I heard it and I was just like, okay.
Right.
There's a chance that this is true, so let me act on it.
That's what's up, man. But shout out to old
Thanks for y'all support too.
Yeah, man. Y'all were much nicer to him, you know what I mean, when he was talking about stepping back. I ain't gonna tell him how y'all threw me under the bus when I was trying to step back in time for myself and my family. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, it's okay, though. You know what I'm saying? They was like, nah, son, nah. And then when I finally caved in, it was like, okay. They was like, nah, but if you need time, straight bullies, man. Straight bullies, you know what I mean? But it's all good, man. But of course, yo.
Johnny, if you don't leave my damn knees alone.
Hey,
my knees didn't do anything.
Did you watch last week's episode?
I watched a piece of it. I didn't see all the jokes. I need to go back.
You need to go back and watch the cooking of your knees. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my
almost
God.
Came in here in sweatpants.
We was definitely snitching on y'all, man. Me and Cash told him all about the talking of the knees. See, look, Wendy's like, you the main character.
So what am I?
Right.
So as long as, am I Robin? No.
Right.
No, I think I want to be a little better than Robin.
Right. I mean,
Black Panther didn't have a sidekick.
I mean, you be a Koye, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who's a Koye?
Sister? It's a woman, but she like the hard,
the bald head woman.
Yeah, she the hardest character.
I would be a Koye.
She harder than him.
I'll take that.
She ain't had no
backed her husband down, dog.
Hey, bro.
When she back, and it wasn't like it didn't feel like a movie thing. It felt like, oh no, this is legit.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna say it here. Okoye is the hardest shit in Black Panther. Don't ever get it fucked up. Like, Okoye the hardest motherfucker. Because you gotta remember, like, T'Challa got powers.
Yeah.
She out there, like, right with him, going in with no powers. You know what I'm saying? And she the general. She running up like, the troops do what she say.
Do what she says, right.
Not what he say. Like, she basically look at him, what do you need us to do? Okay. This is what he need us to do.
Right.
Like, but they do what she say. So yeah, Koye ain't the hardest thing in Black Panther. So they ain't, you know what I'm saying? So you the hardest, look, don't feel away, Cash. You the hardest shit on Substantial Sunday. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Look, we gonna change the last. Okoyo. There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Sound a little hard.
That sounds a little
less feminine. You know what I'm saying? Okoyo. That's gonna be Sherm nickname. You know what I mean?
Johnny's memory. How do you still remember calling me Like, I feel like that was like months ago.
Korath the Pursuer. I do remember that.
Yes.
Wow.
This dude's memory, man.
Do not. Don't watch it, though. Do not watch it. Hey, so look, off camera, man, we had to stop. Part of the reason why there were a little, there's always technical stuff, but like part of the reason why it took so long to get started is because, thoughts on Greek yogurt? I ain't here to say, hey, Mo.
Hey, Mike. That is the perfect response.
Yeah.
Hey, JJ that's a new Yeah, this is.
Yeah, what up, JJ? Welcome to the joint.
I hope you're not here with the fuckery, man. I hope you're here to watch.
Right. But yeah, JJ, I have no thoughts on Greek yogurt because I don't eat Greek yogurt. I don't really do a lot of.
I loved it when I was eating it.
At one point, I think I had it like a while ago, but I haven't had it in like a minute. So I have no thoughts on Greek yogurt. I'm sorry to let you down. You know what I mean?
Australian is better. I've never heard
Clearly, Christopher has an opinion on it.
Thoughts on apple? So Johnny, I've been wanting to. Have you tried one? I've been wanting to try it, but I haven't yet, and I just didn't. For some reason, it's new, and I didn't feel like it was going to do what I thought it was going to do because I want to taste the apricot. So if you've had it, let me know what you thought.
I will say, disclaimer for those of you it's your first time watching. Sherm, like for those of you who probably saw the apricot elf thing and thought they were playing around, he's the guy for all things tasty beverage. You know what I mean, of the alcoholic type. So yeah, so that was a right beer with Sherm. Deep thoughts.
Oh, Johnny,
spin-off show.
Johnny, one thing before I forget because I will forget this. Your playlist request has been granted. It is called oh crap!
Right,
getting cut by or with Sherm The Barber.
Right, I'm gonna try to find the link because Sherm smokes a lot. His memory's not great.
It took a while for us to even find. Like I can find it on my Spotify because it's my Spotify.
Right,
but when Stan was trying to find, I'm like, it's. I
felt like I was trying to. Cut into the Matrix or something.
Man, we was doing hieroglyphics in here, man.
Yeah, I just found it. All right, so I'm about to link y'all to Sherm's official playlist.
And let me know if you like it, man. Like, I really, and you're going to have to play it on shuffle. Like, I didn't arrange the songs in any particular fashion. I just went and looked for songs that I thought would be good workout songs. So let me know what you think, because this is my first playlist. Well, not
solo. First solo joint. We made something together. But also, what I'm gonna do, Sherm, man, I'm gonna help you out, man. We gonna get you some cover art. So what you need to do is send me the picture you want to use for the cover art for the joint, and I'll throw some text on there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Getting cut.
Yeah, let me know what you think, man. And I as soon as you asked about it, I started making the joint, man.
I think that's how. Oh no, that's definitely not how you spell it.
So get off my mother knees now.
Right.
I made your playlist. Leave my knees alone.
All right.
What you need me to do, Mike? I do something for you so you can leave my knees alone. Look what I did. Inadvertently, I done covered up one knee with the towel because my knees are feeling some kind of way,
with
man.
The straight pat down.
It's hiding.
Trying to pat the joint down. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so look.
But that lets me know y'all love me. I'm sorry.
Right now, you good. You good. So what I was gonna say real quick. So off camera, we were talking about Wu, right? And we were talking about how Wu-Tang, like a fan that asked me at Otakon, like my thoughts on Wu-Tang, like who's my favorite Wu-Tang member, this, that, and the third, which led to a quick conversation with Sherm because how we got on Wu-Tang, we were talking about, and we're gonna get into music in a second, but we were talking about Rhapsody's new single, and we were talking
fire.
Yeah, straight fire. Video is amazing. Like the song is cool, but the video is flame. The video is flame.
Yeah.
And like for those who don't know, when it comes to Wu-Tang, I'm a super GZA fan. Super GZA fan. And so seeing GZA on something new was dope. Hearing her rap over the Liquid Swords beat and have GZA on it with D'Angelo. Hey, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We're just gonna have D'Angelo on a song.
But like, and it's dope because that's actually a nod back to Cold World remix. Because the GZA had the song Cold World on Liquid Swords, and he had a remix, and it had D'Angelo.
I did not know that.
Because the hook on the Cold World joint, there's a dude who down with Wu. You know, Wu is notorious for having not the best singers.
The homeboys.
Yeah.
Like Blue Raspberry.
Right,
they
right.
always got the homies.
And so they had a remix. RZA did a remix and had D'Angelo sing that same hook, and the joint is flames.
Dog, when he redid this joint, like the way dude,
haunting.
I'm like, oh, this is magical.
Yes.
This is a whole, and then the extra instruments they added to the production, just
Yeah, no, the joint is heat. Yeah, so then we start talking Wu. So I'm gonna tell y'all, like, this is my Wu breakdown, because he asked me who is my favorite Wu-Tang member. And I told him, I was like, honestly, dog, with a crew of 9 people, you really can't, I mean, everybody got one, right? And of course, like, Method Man for a lot of people is like the default. And then Ghostface is another default for a lot of folks, right? But I like different people for different things. So here's my Wu-Tang breakdown. Wu-Tang. My Wu-Tang breakdown goes like this. I feel like for style, right? Just for style, I feel like that's easily Method Man, Ghostface, right? Like those two dudes, like just quintessential, like Wu, like in terms of like how they. Hold up. Oh, I think I saw you make a face. So I was like, am I missing something? But yeah, man. And so, like, I feel like they just quintessential Wu-Tang style. I think of them two dudes first. But and then of course when it comes to who picks the best beats, that's between I put Ghost up there #1, and then like Raekwon #2, and then of course like for originality and stuff, you on top you're gonna think of like ODB. RZA, right? In terms of having like the most unique delivery, most unique voice. But then when it comes to lyrics, like for me, it ain't even close, right? But GZA, man, like, and I tell this to people all the time, like GZA is not for people who are not GZA is not for people who aren't active listeners. If you're an active listener, yeah, man, like, oh my God, GZA, dog. Like, so I was just talking to him about like different GZA lyrics and stuff. And GZA got this line where he's like, he said he was so swift he was able to, what he would say. The fact that this band, it's a simple line, but the fact that he knew you would predict that he was going to say predict, so he didn't even say it. Like, dog, you know how nasty, yo, that's fire, dog. Like, that's a simple idea, but what makes it profound is the fact that most rappers don't think like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then forget about songs like Labels, Animal Planet. What's the joint where he do all the football references? Where he mentioned all the football teams, but he's like, it's a sex joint.
I know what you're talking about.
That joint, that's on Legend of the Liquid Sword. Flames, man. Hey!
Cash the third Power Ranger.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Complete the Trinity out this joint. What up, Cash, man?
What up, brother?
Hey, safe travels, man. They out of town
right
there.
To the or on their way or already there.
You know what I mean? Okay. Like, I don't know if y'all on the way back or on the way there.
Bush Gardens.
You know what I'm saying? The Gardens where it's a lot of bush.
One of the most pivotal moments in hip hop for me, when it comes to the Wu-Tang, when Method Man showed up with that cataract contact. And what's the name of that video?
That was Bring the Pain.
Bring the Pain, yeah. Dude, I thought that was one of the illest things ever, and still to this day, like you don't see. Well, Danny Devastation. I don't know if anybody follows her on Instagram, but this is a girl that raps on Instagram named Danny Devastation. She's kind of dope, but she actually did it. She had both in it. She was portraying one of the fallen black brothers that got shot by one of the many. She was portraying the soul of the brothers that had been shot by the cops. I believe that was the joint she was in. But yeah. That shit was dope. Method Man is the fucking man.
The Hulu show premieres early September. I forget the exact date, but I know it's coming out early September.
Cannot wait.
Have a different love for each member. Can't pick a fade. True indeed. I tell you who like the nastiest in the clan off the head. That's Capadonna. Capadonna is the nastiest
he does not
off the head.
He does not get the props he deserves.
Yeah, man. Look, I mean, look. I got
milk this cow.
Look, I got super love for him too. Cause like, he was like the first clan member I heard to shout out Maryland on the track. You know what I mean? Like this man, if you in Maryland, check for it. Like dog, as soon as the track like dropped, you know what I mean? So like we actually had an old UV song back in the day where we sampled that joint. Like if you in Maryland, check.
I actually met Capadonna. Yeah, Morgan one day.
He used to, I think he used to drive like out in Yeah, man. What's it? The homie Slew hit me up one time. He hopped in his taxi or whatever. Hit me up. He's like, "Yo, fam,
he was in it."
Yeah, he was in the cab with Cap, whatever. Called me up.
Oh man, that ride would have lasted the whole night. Like, dog, just keep driving, man.
He said, "Oh, but we have Sherm."
I was shacked in a fool.
What? Hey, Indio, yeah, that was a clan joint. That was off of Capadonna solo
What up,
joint.
Indio?
Yeah, it was off his solo joint. What up, Indio? Yeah, you ain't been up here in a minute, man. Hope all is well, fam. Alright. What up, fool? How you look?
Won't have Sports Center, I guess. Nah,
no Sports Center today.
And plus, it's football. You're not going to hear much from me.
Yeah,
because it's football season. I don't really rock with football too heavy anymore.
Right.
I appreciate it because it gives opportunity, but the NFL don't treat them dudes right. But we're not here.
That's a whole another conversation.
That's a whole another joint.
We didn't do our music rundown.
We did not do music rundown.
Let's go, because it's a lot of music.
It's a lot, right? So first, we're gonna start off with something old. If you haven't heard of Mad Squabbles, MADSQABLZ. Mad Squabbles has an album called Lamps. It is fire.
It also came out in 2018.
Yeah, 2018. It's an old,
it's an old joint.
That's why I said I wanted to get that joint out of the way.
Yeah.
So next up, we have a pretty amazing project, and I say it's amazing not because it's audibly amazing, but because of what's going on. YBN Corday's what's that joint called?
The Lost Boy.
The Lost Boy.
Yeah.
It is one of the best, I would say, aside, and this is, I'm stealing this from Stan, aside from Illmatic, it is the best freshman effort that I've ever heard. Like, I'm talking about, like, because he doesn't have a bunch of mixtapes. Like, I think they got the one...
he got a couple singles and stuff
and
like that.
And then they got the Clip mixtape, and then this is his first effort. This shit is crazy.
I would say
features.
Yeah, the features are dope.
Jesus Christ,
the
production is crazy.
The content's dope. Like in terms of what he's talking about, like it's really dope. I would say, man, it's definitely one of the greatest debuts I've heard from a newcomer. Like of a certain age, because he's only 21
years old,
right? Which means he really did probably the bulk of this stuff when he was between 19 and 20.
Yeah.
So consider that, right, as well. And like maybe like probably someone when he's 21 too, but let's say like between 19 and 21, he probably worked on most of his music. And so, and then which even makes like that track he did, Old Niggas, even more prolific. Because or even more profound because he was straight up a teenager when he did that joint. Yeah. And that joint is heat.
I really respect that track. So I respect that track.
Yeah, nah, man. Like so shout out to YBN Corday, especially because he's from Maryland. I mean, he's G-boy. He by way of North Carolina, but he definitely grew up in PG.
And I learned something about myself this weekend.
What's up?
So the reason why I didn't know this about myself, but the reason why I don't really ever know song titles is because I'm a cohesive project dude. Like, even if your project, even if it's not a concept album, I look at your album as one song. And the reason why I do that is because I feel like that is a song for what you were feeling at the time you made that album. Every different song is just a different thought. It's a different thought in one cloud, if you can understand what I'm saying. So when I listen to an album, I definitely will know the name of the project, and I go off of the name of your project. I don't really care what the name of your songs are. I care what the name of your project is, and if the name of your project goes with everything that goes with the lyrics that you're presenting to me. And this dude is definitely, like, this album is fucking fire. Like, it's fire. Like, dude, I would recommend, and this is, I said this to Stan, I would recommend, if you're going to listen to Mad Squabbles and YBN Corday, do Corday first. Because Squabbles has more experience than Corday, so he's more polished. So listen,
the wise.
Johnny, we gonna fight at some point, man. I'm gonna come out to Argentina and we scrapping, man. We shooting a 5, man. Yeah, man. That's my way of saying I love you, man. You're always on me. I know you paying attention to me. Right. But yeah, that joint is fire.
Yeah, it's absolutely dope. Black Milk.
Black Milk. Well, I was gonna do that one last because that's one of the better. Okay. So next we got Ninth.
And
Merce dropped a project. Shit. I just said I know the names of projects. I cannot remember.
Brighter Days.
Brighter Days. Yes. It is really good. it is not going to blow you out of the water, but what it is going to do is stay right in the lane that they're in, and it is a fantastic lane. These dudes can't miss. I don't know why they can't miss, but something about their relationship is
I think
crazy.
I think it's like if you love like the past Ninth Immerse projects or whatever, like you're gonna like this. It's more of what they do. They don't really. I don't feel like they take any real risk or like really venture out of out into like unfamiliar territory. They just kind of stay in the lane that we are accustomed to hearing them in. And it works.
It was just not a bad lane.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But
it's like a great project.
But yeah, hold on. What was it? I think I sent you the tracks I like from that joint. I'm looking at my notes.
Oh yeah.
Black
God is fire.
The Shutters. I like the Shutters. That was dope too.
And the beginning track, dog.
Yeah,
the first track is crazy.
Yeah, and Walk Like a God, that joint is fire. That's the joint with Rhapsody. That one's heat too. But definitely check that joint.
Johnny, we about to block your ass.
Protect the sworn enemy of the hand. You're funny. My inner nerd, my inner/outer nerd, thanks you for that. I appreciate that joke. Black Milk would never
I feel like there was one more before we get to Black Milk, because I feel like Black Milk is the best. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I feel like Wendy's being funny though.
Yeah, I'm sure Wendy knows what Black Milk is.
But Black Milk joint, I enjoyed as well. I feel like, what up, Steph? Stephanie Gale up in this joint.
I think she must have stepped out for a second. She was here early.
Okay, I must have missed her. My bad. What up, Steph? Yo, Sherm, you think you could give us a hip-hop album update still from the gram? Would be much appreciated if you have time.
That's going to require me to get with Stan, because I am not the most tech-savvy.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's just putting up a video.
Yeah,
just recording with my joint.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can do that. I can do that.
I mean, or you can post it in between cuts the same way you post like your haircut joint. You just post a quick little album joint, like, you know, either like a video, like say you got it up on your screen, you can record the joint real quick, but like, yo, this joint's fire, you have to check it out. Boom, boom, boom.
I got y'all.
Bam.
Yeah.
Got a minute to break it down.
I got you.
Sherm 1 minute, you know what I mean? Dope cut reviews, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. I'm just grasping for straws right now. Tired, long day.
Yeah, brighter days. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're on the Black Milk. Yeah,
talk about it.
So if you like Black Milk and you like the evolution that he has undergone, you will. If you like, oh crap! I was just talking about the damn album, the last joint, Fever. If you like Fever, you will love Dive. This shit is fantastic.
Dive is dope.
I mean, he kind of blacks out on this joint. Like, it is definitely by far his best work. I think 365 was the first one, but this is definitely
that joint. That was the album. Was the album of the year?
Album of the year.
With
what's the dude's name? The drummer that's all over that shit, because I follow him now. Something. I'm not even gonna mess his name.
Yo, you know who used to drum for?
Who?
Def. Yo, like
Definition.
So look. So peep. So
Definition.
Yes. So look, there's a bunch of the crew like that Larry run with. Like when Larry had like the little band or whatever he's running with. Almost all those dudes, including Ab, because Ab used to show up to Larry shows and sing on the same Ab that sings on Black Milk joints. Those are all the homies. Like, dog, most of Black Milk's band is from the DC, from the DMV area. That's why when you listen to Album of the Year, that's why the joint got those go-go pockets.
Yeah, I was
wondering, man, straight up. You know what I mean? But balled out of control, the debut. Hey, y'all, you disrespectful, Indio. How you gonna be gone and then come up here starting shit? You know what I'm saying? You stick to the knees. Knees is safe territory. Don't be talking about.
Now they're going for the head.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't coming back.
Right.
Fuck a month. Fuck once a month. I ain't doing shit. I'm not posting nothing about no music. You know what I'm gonna post? I'm gonna post my asshole.
Right.
Every week I'm gonna post a picture of my asshole for you jokers. I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to clean the mental image. You know what I'm saying? Just gaping asshole every other post. You know
I'm spreading the cheeks.
What is happening?
I'm sorry. Left turn. We gotta get out of this. We gotta get out of this neighborhood.
This is your fault, Indio.
Indio and Johnny, man. Indio and Johnny, man. Why you gotta
Terrible.
say nasty? Why you gotta say nasty?
Kids are watching, right? Whoa there, pal.
Why you gotta say nasty shit, Ray?
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm sweating
He
now.
said, "What are you talking about?" Oh my God.
What are you
it'll
on
be
about?
entertaining regardless. Yeah, I can't with y'all. So look,
Oh,
all right,
man.
if you saw
That's it
the right, if you saw the slate, for the video, the main thing we definitely wanted to jump on today was the show The Boys, right? Because we both
Look at this.
This
Steph,
man needs-
you're cut. I don't like you anymore. You've never made a joke about me. And now you come with this? You come with this. That's classic. That was damn near classic right there, man. This took a turn we did not need to take.
Oh my God.
Oh, man.
I can't with y'all.
Y'all got us off track, sweating.
So anyway,
Oh,
yo, The Boys.
The Boys.
If you have not watched the Amazon Prime original show, The Boys, I highly suggest you check it out.
Like tonight.
Yeah, it is really, really dope. It's a great twist on the superhero genre. It's definitely a lot darker than other superhero shows. Definitely a lot more graphic, a lot more violent, But yeah, man, imagine if, we took, for those who have not seen the show, just imagine if superheroes were like a corporate entity, right? And they were ran the way like a Fortune 500 company was, right? And instead of like superheroes just going out and just saving cities just because it needed to be saved, imagine if they went, like a superhero went to a particular town because of business, like behind the scenes politics and business. Like, you need to bring crime rate down in your city. I'm sure my guy could do that in 365 days in a year. He could bring your percentage down, blah, blah, blah. And all of the things that goes with that type of environment. So the cover-ups, the lies, the deceit,
propagandizing.
the propaganda. It is a brilliant, brilliant show. And then, of course, the people, on the other side of it, who are trying to bring down that corporate entity, right, and expose them for what they really are. So I highly, highly recommend checking out The Boys.
What was that movie? If you liked
Watchmen?
Watchmen.
Yeah.
If you like Watchmen, you will love this.
And speaking of Watchmen, Watchmen actually has a series that's about to start on HBO. Yes. Which basically it takes place after the film, years down the road. I'll show you the trailers for that.
I wanted that back because the movie ends you don't get a sequel.
No closure.
You get nothing.
So
you get a great movie and you're just like.
So Sherm's in the bubble. I'm going to take him outside of the bubble after the show because he probably hasn't seen the trailers for the show. The joint look amazing, dog. And they got our girl Regina King in it too. Looks dope. All right, what are we missing? I'm seeing Sherm's face.
What youngin' crossed you in Barry Farms? Did he drop 30 and ride home on the bike in flip flops?
Oh my God, yo. Yes, Regina King is in the series. Just like I was just saying. What's this called? The show? The show is called Watchmen. But what we were talking about before the show was another show called The Boys. So anybody who saw, matter of fact, I'll add that to I'll add that to the title of this video. The Boys.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, Dr. Manhattan provided a scene that
right.
that I can never erase from my mind.
The blue schlong.
I never need to see him.
Blue dong silver. Well, no, let's say long dong blue. Right. Long dong turquoise. Right. So many names.
It's dude, you can put draws.
Very
you can put draws on it.
He don't need no draws.
He needed draws.
The God ain't walking around with no draws.
Man, that man needed draws, man.
Bless you, my son. Okay.
It's 40 feet tall.
Okay, thanks, God. Go ahead. Hold tight.
Knocking over skyscrapers with his bizzles.
Right.
That's inappropriate.
I was just like, hello.
Blue plutonium donger.
Yeah. Oh, you win. You are way better than I am at this game.
How unsettling. Right. Yes. How unsettling indeed.
Yeah, man. It was, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. I won't be watching Watchmen no time soon.
Yeah,
So,
right.
yeah, but yeah, man, nah, definitely excited for the Watchmen show.
Yeah,
Man. I'll show you the trailer for that. I'm trying to think of what else I saw a trailer for. I gotta remember the name of Lupita's new movie, man. Yeah, Lupita got a new movie coming out, and it's not what you expect. Lupita, hold on, I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't even wanna, there you go.
Why you can't, Maya? Why you say you can't watch it because your mother watched it? She spoiled it for you. I hope you're not saying you can't watch it because she's old.
No, she can't. She don't want to watch it with her mama because she don't want to see mama respond in a certain way. I hope that's what you're saying.
No, she said her mother already watched it though.
Oh, okay. Well, why didn't go watch?
Yeah, why can't you watch it then?
Because you don't want to get the talk. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they blocked it out in the updated version of Watchmen. That should have been the first version.
Right.
Yeah. Gonna watch that 18 and up Watchmen exclusive film.
Oh my God.
Little Monsters.
Yes. Yo, Little Monsters is the title of the new Lupita Nyong'o movie, and it is basically an Australian zombie comedy. And it has like several notable actors in it. I gotta look up their names, but it looks really good. I'll show you the trailer for that too. But yo, it looks hilarious. Like, thank Shaun of the Dead. If you've seen Shaun of the Dead and you love that movie, I love Shaun of the Dead. Yeah. Edgar Wright, man, like, yeah, I love it. Yeah, but anyway, definitely recommend checking out the trailer for Little Monsters if you haven't seen it already. Like I said, I'll show you that. I'll show you the Watchmen trailer too. But I think that's... I haven't finished it yet, but I'm watching them. I'm almost done with Orange is the New Black. And I'm about, I think this is the final season for them.
I keep passing by that. I'm sure I'm going to watch that at some point.
The new season so far is really dope because they really touch on what's been going on with, like what's really dope because they started touching on what's happening at the immigrant, the camps and stuff that ICE has around the United States. So it's not like, so they're showing what's happening in the women prison and stuff, but then certain women, if you remember what happened last season, certain women are now in those facilities. And so one of the most powerful parts from the new season of Orange is the New Black is when the immigrants are talking to the prisoners, right? Because some of the prisoners from the regular prison facility are interacting with the immigrants because they're serving them food. And what was really crazy was like, yo, like they were complaining about like when the woman was complaining about when she's getting out, right? And then what the immigrant woman said to her, she was like, well, at least you know. Because like, I don't know. I'm just here indefinitely.
That's crazy.
Right. And like, yeah, like in that right there. And then the whole idea too that some of the people who are being deported, literally, this is the only country they've ever known. Right? Like they might have been born somewhere else, but was brought here when they were like 1 or 2 years old by their parents.
Right.
But then when they get deported back to a country somewhere that they don't even know. Yes.
That's like sending us to Africa.
Yo.
That's like when they say go back to Africa. Nigga, what? I've never been.
Yo. Although I would love a free trip. So,
right.
I mean,
right,
you know,
right.
I mean, if the accommodations are nice,
you know what I'm saying?
If you're offering free trips, there was a couple years back, a dude actually created a GoFundMe. Right? Like, basically, it's like, for all the white folks who want me to go back to Africa.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like, I'm taking... That Bama was getting thousands of dollars. And look, and racists were in the comments like, and you better go, Blackie. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog. I'm like, I mean, I might just create one.
These people are crazy.
Because I would love a free trip to the motherland. Right. So, I mean, so let me know, guys. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't like the show no more. Maybe you want me to go back. You know what I'm saying? You know, just let me know.
See my Ava's response.
Which one?
I literally don't know. She's just like, you're not watching that.
Oh,
yeah, it's the content. It's the content.
Yeah, nah. I mean, that. So Watchmen, literally, besides the violence, the killing,
it's dark.
Bodies exploding. I mean, literally, there's like rape scenes.
Oh,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's everything.
Yeah,
it's everything.
Yeah,
it's drug abuse. It's rape. It's everything. Like it is the world with superheroes. So they try to touch on pretty much. They try to touch on a lot of things.
Yeah, man. But yeah. So quick shout out to
I am going to watch Red Sea Diving Resort. I have it saved in my queue.
Yes, yeah.
I saw my man Michael. What's his name is in it. I couldn't even recognize him until the big picture was up, and I saw the scars. Like, oh,
yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I want to check that out for sure. Hold on real quick, because I'm gonna adjust this joint.
Man, we way down.
Yeah, we got a wrap soon though. So look, quick shout out. Beat playing in the background. That's our brother Marcus D. Shout out to him. If you missed last week's episode, go back and be sure to check that out. That was an exclusive interview with Marcus D.
Creates GoFundMe to get sent to Africa.
Hey, look.
Let me just go.
Oh, yo, Christopher said, as long as you still stream. Oh, I absolutely will. Look, if you thought we were sweating before.
right.
You know what I'm
It'll
saying?
be me in the background doing cultural dances the whole time.
Getting it.
So get ready.
You know what I mean?
Get ready.
Getting it. Look, man, I will gladly give up all this. You know what I'm saying? Take that free trip. But yeah, man, shout out to Marcus. Definitely check last week's episode. Sherm wasn't here, but the brother Cash was.
I came through late though. I came through the next day.
Yeah, he did. He came through and kicked it with Marcus and stuff. Yeah, man. And what else I wanted to say? Oh, shout out to everyone in LA, man. Everyone in LA that came through for the show last Thursday. Thank y'all so much. It was an amazing show. Shout out to Nitsua, who was DJing that night. Really dope producer. If you haven't heard his stuff already, make sure you check it out. And also check out, man, Apollo Bebop. I'm stamping it all the way. Check them out, man. What's in the Russ like? They still going on, you young? Anyway, but definitely check out Apollo Bebop. Shout out to my man Brian. Brian to Earth. Really, really dope MC out there in Southern Cali, man. Like, I really support what they're doing. More important than the fact that they make dope music is the fact, they're really good guys. So I'm really rooting for them dudes, and maybe you'll hear some work with us together in the future. Definitely had a good time building with them. Couple of quick updates. Hopefully before the night is over, there will be a new song on Patreon. All right. Shout out to the 2 people who signed up for Patreon today.
Hey.
We are still at 25 because unfortunately we had 2 people drop off of Patreon, so we're still stuck at 25. The goal was to hit 50. I might just bring that down. I feel like I might just bring it down from 50 and maybe do 30 or 40. Just because, I really want to get the show going. For us to start doing our podcast, and I don't really want to delay it too much longer. I feel like the way I see it, when we start the next season, when we get new theme music and all of that and start our next season, I want to launch the new season of Substantial Sundays with and have the podcast launch at the same time. So I think that's the goal. So hopefully for November, because that's the plan when the new season of Substantial Sundays
Good
start.
shit, Mujin.
You know what I mean? Moving, you can count on me to join later this month. Thank you. And remember, y'all, you don't have to put up your whole check. It's literally to become a patron, all it gotta be is $1 a month. I'm more concerned, right, with getting the numbers up in terms of the amount of people and less about the amount of money. So even if it's just $1 a month, $1 a month will get you an exclusive song. Because last month's song is already up there. I'm about to drop the exclusive song. Tonight I was going to play a sample for y'all, but I didn't get it ready in time for the show. But I will tell you this, the song that's going up there, that's going to go in there tonight, y'all have heard the lyrics before because I redid it for the Jill Scott project I did. It's called Cross My Mind. But I'm going to let y'all hear the original demo version of the track over production by Reason and Definition. Reason is Definition's brother, who's a bassist. So it's all live instrumentation. We got the homie R&B, who now goes by Reginald Williams, singing on the chorus, and that will be on Patreon hopefully by later tonight, if not early tomorrow. And look at that timing, you know what I'm saying?
Impeccable timing.
Upcoming shows, there is a show coming up. I believe it's going to be September 14th. I'm happy to announce that your boy will be performing at the Kennedy Center here in Washington, D.C. with my brother from another mother, my man Kokai. It's a Kokai and Friends show, so that's huge. I won't be doing a long set. I'm just doing 2 quick tracks and stuff, 2 quick joints and I'm out, because it's I'm part of this larger thing that Kokai is doing. But the fact that your boy gets to say he's performing at the Kennedy Center is a milestone for sure. So yeah, man. So thank y'all so much for being super supportive of everything we do. Of course, we're gonna miss having Sherm here every week, but he will be here at least once a month. and hopefully, you know what I mean. Like if I got Uncle Stan got to give old Lugo talk too, so we can get our mans back up in here sooner than later.
Keep my man in prayer. Keep my family in prayer, so we can get my man back in order, back in positive standing.
And speaking of prayers, man, I usually don't really ask y'all for this, but definitely, man, keep my family in your prayers, and my family in your prayers and thoughts, because my great nephew, my niece's son, underwent another brain surgery today. He's gone through several. He's been fighting brain cancer for a while now. The fact that he's survived and has gone through as much as he's gone through is amazing in itself. But please keep him in your thoughts. Because they basically had to do an emergency surgery to release some of the fluid off his brain today. He's doing fine right now, but definitely, man, send the positive vibes out there. On that note, we gotta go. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. Remember, all the links for the different things we've been mentioning, you can either find in the chat or you can find it in the description of this video. If you have not subscribed to the channel and you're watching right now, please make sure you do so. Please hit that bell to turn on notifications and all that good stuff. By the way, Bridges out right now. Shout out to my nephew Wealth. Project's doing amazing. Let me give y'all a numbers update real quick. His project right now hasn't even been out 2 weeks. 73,000 streams. Congratulations, nephew. I love you, man. Hey, we got to get out of here, y'all. Peace, man.
Hey, peace, everybody. And thanks for putting up with me for every Sunday, most every Sunday. So I'll see y'all in September.
Yes, indeed. Peace.
Peace.